Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I'm talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? I need to take me a nap, baby. When I tell you I'm tired, I went to the gym today. I am tired. But hi everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Friday to everyone. Let me say hi to the people. What's up, itty bitty? Hey, Cookie. What's going on? Hey, Des Hop, Sweet Pea, TG. Watching at work. I know that's right, boo. Hey, Katrina. Hey, boo. Tawana, what's going on? Hey, Yolanda. Brandon, hey boo. Xavier, hey Papo, how you doing, my love? Yes, how you doing? Little baby, hey girl. J Diva, all right. Anybody else that's coming in, go ahead and say hi. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Listen, do me a favor, hit the like button on your way in. I appreciate it so much. If y'all could do that for me. Hey Montrez. So listen. Let's get into this. This tribe meeting. We have some things we need to go over. So first of all, and let me get the church announcements out the way. So hey Tanisha, hey Mimi, what's going on? Quake, hey boo. So church announcements. First and foremost, let me say this to you guys. For those of you that are going on the cruise, please make sure you guys are paying attention. If you have not downloaded the app, please download the app. Go ahead, download the app, set your stuff up because you'll get the alerts. They've been sending out the last couple of days. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier this week or late last week. They were having sales. This week they were running sales on the drink package. They were running sales on Perfect Day of Coco K. So please, please, please make sure you have your and if you don't have the app set up, check your email. They may be sending you guys emails. But please make sure you guys have that stuff set up so you are not missing these sales. Again, it's early enough that if you miss the sale, all of this stuff will be on sale again. It's just like anything else, child. They're going to keep putting it on sale until it's time for the ship to go. I think they shut everything out. They shut everything down like 48 hours before we get on the ship. So the very last sale that they run is usually right before we're getting on the ship. So like we're getting on the ship on Friday. They're going to probably shut everything down on Wednesday night, maybe. So probably like that weekend before is probably the last time they're going to be running a sale, but I don't know how much it's going to be. Like it may not be 35%. So like I said, the next time y'all see the drink package for 35% off, if you want the drink package, jump on it. I think it comes to like $200 and something. Just put $20 aside, $50 aside. So when the sale come up, boom, you can do it. Also, the Perfect Day of Coco K, again, you do not have to spend money to go to Coco K. Coco K is a free, you can get off the ship, you can go to the beach. They have a beach right there. Coco K is the island that Royal Caribbean owns. So you can use your key card to buy drinks, buy food, the same way you would on the ship. And they have a beach that's free. So you do not have to spend money to go to Coco K. I am going to be in the adult-only area. Me. You don't have to come over there. That's where I'm going to be, though. Okay? Now, for the adult-only area, there's a DJ. There's a swim-up pool. There's a beach there. They have food. If you have the drink package, you got the bar there that you could just keep boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-dooping. And like I said, they have a DJ. The DJ is usually pretty good. When there's not a physical DJ up there, they're playing music. You know, they're just playing like a track list. Now they do have like cabanas and stuff like that are more expensive, but you can do groups. I think the cabanas are a couple of $100, but I think you can have up to like 10 people at a cabana. Don't quote me on the number, but I know you can do a group of people at the cabana. But again, I'm not doing a cabana because I'm gonna tell you why I'm not gonna do a cabana. Number one, I'm gonna be in the water. I'm gonna be in that pool. So I'm not spending a bunch of money to have a cabana when I'm really not going to use it. So if you know that you're not the kind of person that goes to a pool and lays around, it's really not worth the money. Now, if you're the kind of person that likes to sunbathe and you just want to be in the pool area, but you don't want to be in the pool, that might be something you look into. They have water sports there as well. You know, they have jet skiing and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, they have different things. So that's the cruise announcement. And it's not too late to go on the cruise, you guys. If the cruise has not sold out, they still have rooms available. So if you couldn't hit us, you know, if you weren't able to catch us the first time around and you're still interested in going, by all means, let me know. I can give you the information and you can still be on the ship with us. Books and Bourbon, update on Books and Bourbon. I talked to the guy that's making the t-shirts. We all know a Spill It Boy child. I talked to Spill It Boy. Tracy, I was just telling people to make sure they have the app set up because of the sales. You were the one sending me the sales, so I know you got the information, girl. So Books and Bourbon, again, it's not too late to join us if you want to come with us. We're going to Louisville, Kentucky, the weekend of October the 10th, to the Louisville Book Festival, which is curated by a good friend of mine, Black woman, we went to college together. She's also an author. There are going to be a lot of different types of authors there. There are going to be free books there. There are going to be panels and everything. So I went last year to support my friend, and a lot of people said, "Oh, I want to go." So I said, "All right, let's do it." I think we have about 10 people confirmed. That's a pretty good group. There is a VIP package that if you want to get the package, it's not too late. You have until August the 1st to give me your money. It's the VIP package includes a t-shirt, swag from the book festival. I'm trying to get us a tote bag from the book festival so we can put all our books and stuff in it, but I haven't confirmed that yet, but that's what I'm trying to do. I won't know till I have a final number. It will include your transportation to the book festival, and it will also include your entry into 2 distilleries. We may go to more than 2 distilleries, but your VIP package covers the cost into 2 of the distilleries. I have not confirmed anything with the Black distillery. I don't know if they've reached back out to me, but I'm going to call them again today. You're going on a Royal Caribbean cruise the month after us? Oh, well, I may have, let me just put this in y'all back pocket. There may be another cruise that coming up in May, like April, May of next year. Don't quote, I don't have anything set in stone yet. As soon as I have all of the details, I'll let y'all know. But as of right now, tentatively, I'm going to be on that ship. So again, if February didn't work for you, there may be something later on, like May, April, May-ish. And that's where I'm going to, Lord willing, I'm going to be there. Okay. I get to meet the people at the Books and Bourbon and on the cruise. I guess y'all can meet my annoying sister. Your sister is sweet. Your sister's a sweetheart. So anyway, so that's $150 that you can cash at me. Boom. Okay. Adult Disney. We're going to do Adult Disney, but we are not planning that until we're going to start planning that in October. So hopefully by October, we'll have all the information for you. But for those who don't know, I made an announcement. Did I do that in members only? I think I did that in members only, Tracy. You telling the people what we talked about in members only. But anyway, Adult Disney, keep that in your back pocket too. That's going to be coming October of 2026. October 2026. So just keep that in y'all's back pocket. Tracy done let y'all know what I told the people in membership. Okay? That's okay. Y'all know the members get the first, members get the scoop. Members get the scoop. Okay. But as soon as I have something more set in stone, we'll do that. It will be celebrating Abby's 50th birthday. So that's what it's going to be. It'll be Abby's 50th birthday. We're going to do an adult amusement park trip. So we're going to be doing Universal and Disney. But we'll have everything. Y'all know when I have everything set up, I'll give you guys the information. Okay. Moving right along. So those are the church announcements. The last two church announcements, and then we're going to get into it. And if you're just coming in, thank you guys for coming in. It's 100 of y'all in here. I know y'all don't want to hear all these damn announcements. Y'all like, I just get to the shit. So thank y'all for being here. Hit that like button for me, please. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Last two church announcements. If you guys look, you see that I have the Avon linked to, you can shop Avon on this live. You should see the shopping bag at the bottom of the live. If you're watching, depending on where you're watching this, you should see the shopping bag. Y'all know I used to sell Avon. Y'all always, not always, but some of y'all asked me about Avon. I know some of y'all were regular people that order from me regularly, and I appreciate it. You can still support me through, if you still need, looking for your Skin So Soft or your Avon products. Make sure that you guys, you order. If you order from that, I get a percentage, the same as if I was selling Avon. So I do have the Skin So Soft and the stuff linked. Last but not least, Black Girl Vitamins. A lot of you guys wanted to buy or try the Black Girl Vitamins, but you were worried about the sugar intake. And I know some of y'all have you diabetic, or you just don't want all of that sugar. They now have a sugar-free option for a lot of their products. So for those of you that were worried about the sugar, the link is tagged down. The link is tagged in the description. I mean, in the chat. You get 20% off your first order if you use my link. So for those of you that were worried about the sugar, try it out now. See what you like without the sugar. If you go to their website, you will see where there are some Black female doctors that are recommending Black Girl Vitamins. So read the reviews, read what the doctors are saying. Black Girl Vitamins is also the official sponsor of Howard Women's Sports and also the Atlanta Dream, which is the WNBA team in Atlanta. So check them out. I use them. Matter of fact, I got a re-up. I've got an order pending right now. It's in my bag. As soon as I get paid, I'm going to order my new one. Crazy Homebody Girl said I bought their collagen powder. It's been helping a lot with my knees. Yeah, so thank you. And they have a little bit of everything there, child. So y'all check it out. And anyway, let me know. And I'm glad that helped you out. I'm glad to help you out. That's right on time. I'm perimenopausal and I wanted to try their, baby, let me tell you something. Try them. Let me tell y'all, I've had, and this is real talk, y'all. I have had the best results with the energy packet. If you go on there, they have bundles. Y'all know for a while my energy was really low. I was coming home from work taking a nap every single day. Like I was worn out and I couldn't. And part of the problem was I wasn't sleeping good at night. And then I didn't have any energy. So I started doing the energy packet, which includes B12, B12, I think D3, and something else. And then I was doing that at first, and I could see the difference. And then I started doing the Meno Chill, which helped me with the sleeping. And you know what else I started taking? The magnesium. So the magnesium was helping with my sleep. The Meno Chill was helping with my sleep and my energy. And I did the energy packet. I've tried the collagen. I've tried the hair skin and nails pills. I've tried the once a day. I've tried pretty much everything they offer. Because I never want to bring out something that I don't use myself. So try it out. Let me know what you like. If you like it, if you don't like it. And I've had some people come back to me and say, yeah, it didn't really do anything for me. I respect it because everything doesn't work for everybody. Right. But most of y'all have come back and been like, oh, yes, that was on time. All right. So that's all the church announcements. I'm sorry for that drag. Cajun, you can let the people know where to go to if they want to skip the church announcements. Okay. Tracy said the bar is open. We have a honey pecan old fashioned, a dragon fruit mojito, a margarita flight, and we have blueberry, strawberry, lemon, spice, mango, and a peach. We have non-tequila sunrise. So for my mocktail people, we have the non-tequila sunrise. Okay. All right. And the honey pecan old fashioned, y'all, you already know, Tracy. Slide that on down the bar. Slide that down the bar, honey. Okay. So let's get into some things, you guys. The schedule for today is after I get off of here, I'm going to I think I'm gonna do some uploads today, you guys, because I have a birthday cookout situation this evening. My cousin's birthday, and she's doing it's a nighttime like cookout situation because she's doing a movie. She's got the big projector screen situation. So I'll probably be heading out of here about 6-ish, 6 or 7. She said come around dusk. So I'll probably do some uploads. I don't know. I may do Love and Marriage Huntsville, but can I be honest with y'all about Love and Marriage Huntsville? I don't know if y'all gonna get Love and Marriage Huntsville. Can I just be honest with y'all? I don't know if y'all are gonna get Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. But I may do that live. I may do that, and that'll be the schedule for today. Everything else will be an upload. Tomorrow is Beyond the Gates. Sunday is the last part of the Real Housewives of Potomac. That's the schedule for today. I mean, that's the schedule for this week. Okay. Let me get to my notes, child. What's going on here? All right. This situation with Laverne Cox, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Now, we talked about it earlier this week with Laverne Cox letting us know that she dated MAGA. And the sad thing about that whole situation for me is I honestly, at this point, feel like it was just something to do to sell tickets for your one-woman show. And for that is sad. I honestly feel like in her mind, that was going to make people want to come and hear the full story and hear the whole breakdown. And for that, to me, that's sad. Here's the thing. Love who you love, right? I ain't about to sit here and tell nobody how to live their life because I don't want nobody to tell me how to live mine. But you had to know the optics on that were not going to work out in your favor. You had to know that was not going to work out in your favor. Read the room, ma'am. Listen, if you were a natural born woman, and I ain't trying to offend nobody, I'm just trying to make a point. So please don't nobody, what you mean that? If you were a natural born Black woman, that would have been an issue. That you willingly for 4 years dated MAGA. And the way you was talking, it sounded like he could pick up the phone and you would come running down. That's what it said. Did y'all see the way she was swooning? Oh my God, he was just beautiful. Beautiful blonde hair, blue-eyed. Baby, the way you was talking made me think that if he pick up the phone, you would come running down. So when people do stuff like this, what do they do, y'all? What do they do? After that interview with TS, I don't think so. What you mean you don't think so? Tell me what you mean. Because that's what I'm about to talk about. I'm about to talk about something she said in her interview with T.S. Madison. So tell me what you said, boo. Tell me what you said. Tell me what you mean, baby. I may do a call-in this weekend, y'all. I may do an open panel so y'all can come up here and y'all can tell me all about it. I may do that this weekend. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. My cousin, hold on. You sure? What time is good? Oh, that's my cousin now. She said, because I asked her yesterday, because it's a BYOB situation. I said, well, do you need me to bring anything other than a bottle? And so she was like, well, yeah, you could bring, we asking everybody to bring like some chicken or something. So, I was going to go by Popeyes and just pick up a little family meal, down to the Popeyes. But then she just texted me. She just texted me and said, you ain't got to worry about bringing nothing. Just bring your bottle. So I'm like, you sure? Let me ask her if I can bring somebody. Okay. Tell her I'm coming. It's gonna be interesting. What's up, Raven? Working at a conference while listening. Hey, boo. You say, and they still hunching? The way she said it lets me know. Nuh-uh, not really. Really, we ain't got no shmoney, honey. She just said bring some. She said you could bring it from Hip Hop Chicken or Popeyes. She gave me a choice of Hip Hop Chicken or Popeyes. And for the people in the area, y'all know Hip Hop Chicken. Popeyes is just closer to my house. That's all. I would from here to where the party is. I'd be going out of my way to go to Hip Hop Chicken. I got a Popeyes 5 minutes from my house, so that's why I was gonna be Popeyes. Okay. But y'all know when you piss people off, y'all know what they start doing, honey. So she did do the interview with T.S. Madison. I'm gonna be honest and tell y'all know I love my T.S. down. But I wasn't gonna watch it. I've never been a big Laverne Cox fan. Can I call the thing a thing? Can we have a real conversation right now? I have always felt like Laverne Cox wasn't one of us. You feel me? I always felt like Laverne Cox fell in the category of all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I always felt like that. Now, I ain't gonna judge nobody. I wasn't gonna come out here and do no commentary on it because she ain't never bothered me. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never knock on my door with it, so I ain't knock on her door with it. You see what I'm saying? Now you still ain't really knocked on my door, but you came into my backyard. You see what I'm saying? And I love Laverne because she was such a trailblazer. She really opened my eye. And let's be clear, I don't want to separate what she's done in her space because I loved Orange is the New Black, and I think she did a wonderful job in that role. And she's gone on to do some other really great things. And again, I'm not gonna take that away from her. However, let me just read. I'm sorry, she's still texting me. I know she's sick of me asking what time, but when somebody say dusk, I don't know what your definition of dusk is because it gets dark at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. But what time you want me? Are we gonna play some cards before it get dark? What we doing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? Okay. Yes, Kim. I don't know what that wig was doing. Not as 3 near you, Cheryl. What up, Don? Hey, boo. Dusk to me is 7 p.m. Okay. All right. Moving right along. Okay. See, I keep picking up my phone to read what she said to T.S. Madison, and my cousin keeps texting me. That's how I keep getting sidetracked. So today I saw a TikTok of somebody basically reading her for filth about comments she made as it relates to Kamala Harris. Now, I was like, did she say something recently? Like, what the fuck did she say about Kamala Harris? Well, come to find out, this person is referencing the interview she did with T.S. Madison and some comments that she made. So let me read you guys what I read. I found an article about it because I didn't even know where it came from. What up, D? I didn't even know where it came from, so I didn't know where to look for it. And then once I found out it was on T.S. Madison's interview with Outlaws, I was like, child, just give me the clip notes. Oh, damn, she said 5 o'clock. Shit, it's 2 o'clock now. Okay. So I'm going to just read y'all this clip that I found. So it says, she said, I think with this current administration, lines certainly have to be drawn because we're fighting for our lives in a different way than we were 5 years ago. So that's bullshit. First of all, I'm going to call bullshit on that. Because when she says different than we were 5 years ago, you're referencing Donald Trump's first first term, which is bullshit. Because in his first term, he was attacking the LGBTQIA community. So to say, see, y'all about to make me go down a road I didn't think I was going to go down. But let me explain something to y'all about how this shit works. And when I say y'all, you know I don't mean y'all. I mean people like Laverne Cox that don't understand how this shit works. In Donald Trump's first term, he laid the foundation for a lot of the shit that's happening now. I'm going to give y'all an example that y'all can understand. And when I say y'all, you know I mean y'all. But let me give you an example that you can understand. For example, Donald Trump is now trying to undo this TikTok ban that he started, right? Things in this country don't happen like that. You have to lay the foundation for the shit, and then it has to, metabolize. Y'all know the word I'm trying to say. And then marinate, fuck it. It has to marinate, and then it comes back on the other end. So for you to say, oh, well, we have to fight differently than we did 5 years ago, absolutely not. The shit that we're seeing right now, the shit that's happening right now, the foundation was laid 5 years ago under the first Trump administration. We're just seeing how it has now it is coming forward. We talk about this on the Teacher Project all the time. People didn't just wake up and say, we're going to get rid of DEI. They've been talking about this shit. They have laid the foundation for DEI for years. Anyway, so for you to say, so as soon as I read that, I said, all right, I see where we're going with this. So then she said, though Cox publicly backed former Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 presidential election, her latest comments about her ex coincide with a new interview in which she offered a less than complimentary take on Harris's campaign. The way you win an election is turning out the base, she told T.S. Madison. Trump turned out his base. The white supremacists who hadn't voted for years, they got up and they got out and they voted. She wanted to turn out the base, but she needed to do it with a message that resonated with people, that made them feel like she understood what working people are going through. Before I say what I'm getting ready to say, I will concede that the Democratic Party as a whole has an issue. And we've talked about it and we accept it. So let's concede that. We concede that the Democratic Party does not do a good enough job of telling the people what's going on. They just don't. They don't talk to us the way... They don't. I give you that. Boom. Accept it. I'm going to put that right. Can we put that to the side? Can we just accept that and put that to the side? Now, what you mean? You said, which has me thinking they set us up, but let me be quiet before I go on a tangent. Who set us up? What you talking about? What happened? Tell me. I want to know what you mean. They set who up? Who's the us and who's the they? But let me say this. I'm sick of y'all simple bitches. And when I say y'all, if it don't apply to you, let it fly. But if it apply to you, I'm talking to you right now. I'm sick of y'all simple bitches. I'm so sick of people making it seem like Kamala Harris did not come out here and give us policy and explain to us what was wrong with the Trump administration, what Trump was going to do, how he was going to do it, and what he was going to do with what he had and the people that he was going to put in place. We're not going to sit here and act like they didn't tell us, because they did. And all you have to do is go find all the sound bites from the debates and from her speeches to let you guys know that she absolutely did tell us. No, what we did was we allowed them, and when I say we, I ain't talking about the people who voted for her. I'm talking about the other simple bitches. We allowed them to tell us what she wasn't doing instead of us doing our own fucking research and pay attention. Let me explain something to y'all right now. let me ask y'all a question. For the exception of JD Vance coming down here and saying some stupid shit, how many times have we talked about JD Vance as his role as vice president? We haven't come down here and talked about all of the tiebreakers that he's had to give as it relates to what's going on in Congress. We haven't talked about all of the trips that he's been on as a diplomat for the United States, unless he did something stupid. We haven't talked about what he does on a day-to-day basis. Hell, this nigga ain't even had a press conference. But when Kamala Harris was running, all of a sudden it came about, well, he don't do shit. I said she. What has Kamala Harris done in the last 4 years? Her fucking job. How many times did we hear Al Gore's name? Hell, we knew more about Al Gore after he became president, after he ran for president, than we ever knew about him while he was vice president. Hell, we don't even know if Dan Quayle was alive the whole time that he was the vice president. We don't even know where that motherfucker was. But all of a sudden, when it comes to Kamala Harris, we were supposed to have a whole daily itinerary posted on Instagram. The fuck? And y'all, and I'm talking to the people that did, y'all let that shit work. Y'all been out here repeating that shit. Kamala Harris put more black men in jail than anybody ever did. Did they break the fucking law? Because her job, last I checked, as the attorney general and district attorney, was to put people in jail who broke the law. Did they break the law? Because if they broke the law, I don't give a fuck how many of them she put in jail. Sorry, not sorry. If they broke the law, well, it was just for weed. Was weed illegal when she arrested them? Well, I'm sorry, prosecuted them? Was weed illegal? Because I don't give a damn if it was just weed. If it was illegal, then guess what? They broke the law. I'm sorry. El Teddy said sugar spike. Did I just have a sugar spike? Hey, boo. Well, we know it was bullshit, right, Xavier? We know that that wasn't even true. But my point was, even if it was true, I just want to know, did they break the law? Miss B. Carter said she did. She did what? Who did? What they do? Anyway, Laverne Cox, girl, bye. Just gone. Just you and Billy, go sit over there in the corner somewhere and love on y'all white people and keep it moving. I'm sick of it. And let me say, since I'm already on my sugar spike, let me go on and just cuss the people out a little bit more, okay? Let me cuss the people out a little bit more. I'm sick of y'all. I'm still sick of y'all. And again, this goes for the people it applies to. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I'm sick of y'all. Listen, everybody don't get a rest in peace. That's not what that's for. Everybody don't get one. I'm not resting in peace to Hulk Hogan. I hope he rotten motherfucking hell. Hulk Hogan was a despicable person. He wasn't a nice guy to anybody. Hulk Hogan was a racist. Hulk Hogan helped bust up the union when the WWEF workers were trying to unionize, when the wrestlers were trying to unionize so they could get some fucking health insurance after they break their body up entertaining our asses. And he broke up the union. He lied for Vince McMahon to help cover up alleged SA crimes. There's audio of him on tape saying he hope his daughter doesn't date a nigger. Since y'all want to make a difference between the ER and the AR. Nigger. He said nigger. The last public appearance that Hulk Hogan made, y'all know what it was? It was a photo op at the concentration camp down in Florida. And that's what I'm calling it. Fuck alligator Alcatraz. It's a concentration camp. And y'all want to rest in peace. Oh, well, he was a big part of my childhood. I don't give a fuck. I grew up watching wrestling too. He was a big part of my childhood too. But you know what? I grew up and I realized he was a despicable person. Talking about some rest in peace. I hope he don't rest in peace. I hope his ass toss and turn in the pits of hell. He ain't give a fuck about you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry. Get back to this. You gonna buy me some crabs? Thank you, boo. Thank you. Tracy, send me another one of them old fashions. Slide it down the bar. Yeah. Move right along. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all. Let's get back to this. Thank you for buying me some crabs. I appreciate you, boy. I'm gonna get them tomorrow. That's real talk. I'm gonna get them tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right, let's get into the rest of this. So, child, listen, they done got the Glorilla. They got Glorilla, but can I? Y'all, I hate the headline that says Glorilla arrested. Yeah, ... She actually turned herself in. And when I read the real story about what happened with Glorilla, I was like, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I got a super chat. Hold on. Thank you, C. Jones, for the super chat. Thank you, baby. I'm sorry. I saw it pop up and I was just talking. Thank you so much. El Teddy said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender confirming members of the tribe. That concludes our Sugar Spike segment. Yes, it is. Thank you. But I think I might be getting ready to go on another one, child. So let's read this article. It says Glorilla arrested on felony drug possession charges following burglary for her Georgia home. The first sentence says that the Memphis rapper was not present at the time of the break-in. So I was like, well, then how the hell did she get arrested if she wasn't there? Let me keep reading. A spokesperson for the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office revealed in a statement to Billboard that the arrest was tied to a burglary at Glorilla's home. Officers have responded to the break-in around 1:30 a.m. on Saturday, July the 20th. 3 suspects entered her residence and were met with gunfire from an occupant. The intruders fled the scene and no injuries were reported to police. Glorilla was not present at the time of the burglary, law enforcement tells Billboard. This is from Billboard. An extensive investigation surrounding the home was conducted by law enforcement, who sensed a strong odor of narcotics, according to the statement. Task force agents subsequently secured a search warrant for the rapper's home and discovered a significant amount of marijuana in plain view in the master bedroom closet. How was it in plain view if it was in the closet? How was it in plain view if it was in the closet? Glorilla then turned herself into Forsyth County Jail Tuesday and posted a $22,000 bond and was released the same day. The homeowner is a victim of a serious crime, and we are committed to bringing the suspects to justice, said Sheriff Ron Freeman in a statement. At the same time, we must continue to uphold and enforce the law in all aspects of the case. The Forsyth County Sheriff's Office has not named any suspects in the burglary case, and no arrests have been made as of press time. Billboard has reached out to reps for Glorilla. She also ran, and then they talk about last year she had her DUI. Listen. Number one, I don't understand how it was in plain view inside of the closet. But, they had a warrant. They were searching the house. I don't know why they had a warrant to search her house. when there was a burglary. But again, I didn't go to the academy, so I'm not a police officer. I don't know how these things work. And the reality is marijuana is illegal in Georgia. It's not legalized in Georgia to my knowledge. So again, it goes back to what I said before. But Forsyth County is the same town that was on the Oprah show back in the day. They didn't want black people in their town. I remember that episode. Okay, well, Forsyth County is different from a town. What's the town inside of Forsyth County? Because the county, it covers a couple of towns. So what's the town, Tracy? I remember what you're talking about, but what's the town? Or you just saying just the whole county, just the whole, all of them, just everywhere, Forsyth, or all of them. I see both sides. She's a victim, but she's also committing crimes at the same time. Yeah, and her name was on the house. Like, it's her house. It's her house. So listen, the reality of the situation is, and that's why whoever was in that house probably thought that it being in the closet, they found weed and came back with a warrant. That makes sense. The reality is, they probably thought hiding it in the closet would be enough. Like when they called the police, I'm sure they put it up, right? But again, weed smells, especially if you have what they call loud. I don't know what they call it in your area, but they call it loud, and that's where the name comes from, because it smells. It's loud, right? Yeah, I think that's really what the moral of the story is, Glow. You need to worry about who you have in your house when you're not home, because who robbing you? Who were the people? Why would they like? It's a lot to that story. There's a lot to break down. I don't know if they're family members, and see, I just don't want Glow to get caught up in what a lot of these young folk get caught up. They trying to take care of everybody. They trying to feed the neighborhood, their whole family. Girl, you were off working, and somebody was in your house chilling, and the people broke into your house for a reason. People broke into your house for a reason, whether they thought you weren't home or whatever. Like something, I just feel like it's more to that story. But honestly, she'll be all right. Like they didn't charge her with like intent to distribute or anything like that. She'll be all right. She turned herself in. She's got a good lawyer. I ain't worried about it, child. I ain't worried about it. On the other hand, though, somebody that might, I say might, it stinks. I was at RFK this past weekend for the Cannabis Festival. I almost died from heat and scents. Diamond Pearl Gem, that's why I think it's going to get dropped. She said the only way they should have been in her closet is if something was stolen from that location. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Honestly, I feel the same way. That's probably why. I mean, even though if they had a warrant, because they said they smelled weed, and that's why they came back. So I just feel like it'll probably be bumped down to a misdemeanor. She may have to pay a fine. At the most, she may have to do some community service. At the most. But again, I didn't go to nobody's law school. That's just my opinion. I don't know nothing about these people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they might have been on Instagram showing all the stuff in her house or something. Like I don't know. It's something. It's something. Now, let's talk about this. Y'all remember that Shannon Sharpe had another lawsuit going on. It was the two lawsuits. It was the one that he settled last week, and then there was the other one from this woman that she's a former reporter that he knew when he played in Denver. Y'all remember that case? And she had gone to a mental institution. I believe went to jail for trying to unalive her husband or something along. She had some other stuff going on. Well, her lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe is still ongoing. It has not been dismissed or thrown out. So according to this article, it says, judge demands ESPN star do not destroy sex tape evidence in second lawsuit. So remember, there was an alleged sex tape. We never saw it. But remember, Shannon Sharpe spoke about it when he was defending himself against the case with the I don't want to call that woman an OnlyFans model, but that's the best I got right now. The Jane Doe. The judge said, not too fast. So inside the email sent to the model's attorney, Tony Busby, from Sharpe's other accuser, hold on. A judge presiding over a case against Shannon Sharpe has demanded that the star's accuser not destroy a sex tape to preserve evidence in a second lawsuit. The order covers all copies of a sex tape involving Sharpe and his accuser, and OnlyFans model referred to as Jane Doe, with the famed sportscaster on Friday. Sharpe stepped away. Okay, the judge's order on the tape stems from a lawsuit filed by another woman who was accused Sharpe of RAPE, Michelle Evans. In the order, Evans demanded that Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, Sharpe, and anyone else with a copy of the recording refrain from destroying the tape. On Tuesday, the judge in that case ruled in favor of Evans and ordered that the tape and any other recording between Sharpe and Doe be preserved. The tape, which Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, previously called key evidence, purportedly shows Sharpe and Jane Doe engaged in sexual acts. The existence of the tape was initially disclosed publicly by the sportscaster himself just days after the lawsuit was filed in Las Vegas back in April. Doe alleged Sharpe, 57, RAPE'd her in late 2024 and a girl again in early 2025 when she was just 20 years old. I believe Busby is going to, it's just going over that he acknowledged that the tape is there. Evans included in an email she sent Jane Doe's attorney specifically demanding that the tape not be destroyed in her request to the court. And then she said, this is a quote from the letter. Specifically, I have reason to believe that you possess a video or audio recording that depict or relate to Mr. Sharpe's interaction with Jane Doe, which may be central to claims raised in existing or forthcoming legal actions. Evans' letter to the attorney continued, you are hereby directed to preserve and not destroy, alter, conceal, overwrite, or otherwise tamper with any and all materials in your possession, custody, or control that may relate to the matters described above. And the judge has upheld that. What up, Cruiser? What's up? What's up, Cheeks? Now, let me say this. I don't know what's on that tape. I don't know if that tape just shows consensual sex between two adults. I don't know what's on that tape. But Shannon Sharpe's legal troubles are not over. I mean, he got over a major hurdle because a lot of people aren't paying attention. A lot of people aren't paying attention to that lawsuit, but it is moving right along. What would stop him from deleting the tape? The law. A judge told him not to do it. So if he comes back, he has publicly acknowledged that there's a tape. They have him, remember when he came down here defending himself, he posted a video on his own Instagram acknowledging that there was a tape. Because what he said was, well, they only played me a 30-second or however many. And he said the tape should be about, he didn't even say how long the tape is. He said the tape should be a 10-minute long. That was actually in the article. I just skipped over that part. But Shannon Sharpe said himself that there was a tape. The tape existed and the tape should be at least 10 minutes long. So with that being said, if he come back later now and say, oh, no, there was no tape. Well, now you got to, I mean, once the tape is destroyed, there's really nothing they can do about it. But if that tape is destroyed after the judge told him not to destroy it, okay, well, now you have some issues. He should have deleted everything he had after he settled the case. See, there's the problem with you coming down here trying to litigate stuff in the media. He should have never told us that there was a tape. Because here's the reality. This woman would have never known there was a tape if you hadn't told us. Because Busby may have, you were the one that let us know that Busby was threatening to release a tape. Busby never said he was releasing a tape. That came from you. So that's another reason why Pam says it all the time. You don't litigate in the media. You have an attorney for a reason. Shannon Sharpe, well, in this case, his attorney was talking just as much as he was. But Shannon Sharpe told us there was a tape. We would have never known. Now, to be fair, if I'm being honest, had he never told us it was a tape, then I guess he could destroy it without anybody finding out. Because let's be clear, if I'm negotiating, that's part of the settlement agreement. Give me everything you have. Give me I need all of the audio recordings. I need all of the tapes. I need everything you have. That would have been part of the settlement. But I don't see how the other lady knows what's on the tape. She doesn't know what's on the tape, but she knows the tape exists. She said that there may be something. She doesn't know what's on the tape. But what she knows is that Shannon Sharpe was scared of that tape. That's what she knows. She knows that Shannon Sharpe was scared of that tape. So she doesn't know if that tape is going to prove her case or support what she's saying. Like I said, that tape may just show some really kinky ass sex. You know, we already know that from the text messages that they were doing race play and all that other stuff. It just may be something that Shannon Sharpe thought would further embarrass him. But the woman doesn't know what's on the tape, at least not publicly. I mean, maybe, you know, Jane Doe called her up and said, hey, girl, let me tell you what I got. I don't know. I thought the tape was between him and the other girl. It is. It is. The tape is between Shannon Sharpe and the Jane Doe from Vegas. I just say, sorry, Judge, I deleted it already before your order. I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping her from doing that, you know? And bringing Jay-Z. Where'd Jay-Z come from? Katrina, wait a minute, what? And bringing Jay-Z ass into he's a Miss Netta looking fool. And since you only wanted to give his daughter $30,000 for a wedding, and look at that white girl got a multi-million-dollar bag. I'm confused. I don't understand nothing you just said. How Jay-Z get in this? I'm so confused. How Jay-Z get in this? Okay, moving right along. So anyway, the thing is this. The woman that is suing him the other woman, Michelle Evans, she doesn't know what's on the tape. But what she knows is that tape, Shannon Sharpe was scared of that tape. He let us know. He told on himself and let us know he was scared of that tape. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. I know what Katrina is saying. Shannon Sharpe tried to compare his situation to Jay-Z. Oh, okay. Because I was like, how Jay-Z get this? Okay, got it. I understood the second part about the $30,000 wedding because he only gave his wife $30,000. And who was that said he looked like Miss Netta? Somebody else said he looked like Miss Netta. I think it was Funny Marco. Was that Funny Marco that said he looked like Miss Netta, baby? Got it, Katrina. I got you now, boo. Thank you, little baby. I got you now, baby. Okay. I too blame Rock Nation. They did something they caused me emotional stress. You know what, Tracy? Shut up. Go to the house over here. Okay, moving right along. So anyway, I just want to give y'all that update. And again, I guess Lord Jay-Z. Y'all got me saying Jay-Z now. I guess Shannon Sharpe could come in. Thank you. I got the Cash App. Thank you, boo. Oh, no, that's not. That's from somebody else. My bad. That's from somebody else. That's from my sister, child. Okay. You know what he's talking about, Tony Busby. He mentioned. Yeah, that's right. I got you, Katrina. Thank you, boo. I got you now. But anyway, with that being said, I just wanted to give y'all that update and let y'all know what was happening, child. Don, you silly. You are crazy. Now, let me see. We got that. Okay, we got that. All right. Let's move it to the. We moving right along. I thought my little sugar spike was gonna take us in another direction, but you know. Smokey Robinson. We got another update here, you guys. Smokey Robinson now has a fifth accuser. Smokey Robinson now has a fifth accuser. A fifth woman accusing Smokey Robinson of sexual battery has officially come forward and filed a police report. So for all y'all people that always say, well, why they ain't go to the police? Why didn't they go to the police? Why didn't they go to the police? Well, she went to the police. She went to the police and she has filed an official police report. Law enforcement tells us the woman spoke with the deputy last Wednesday at a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Malibu Lost Hill Station, where she formally reported her allegations against the Motown singer. We're told that all 5 accusers have filed reports with LASD. So all of them have filed police reports now. Oh yeah. As we first reported, Robinson became the subject of a criminal investigation by the Department Special Victims Bureau in May, after 4 women came forward accusing him of sexual assault. Robinson's attorney, Christopher Frost, tells TMZ it's not surprising to us that in the context of a very public allegations by the 4 interconnected Jane Does, they all shared attorneys. No matter how untrue news like this might emerge, it's one of the risks of being a celebrity that others will take the same approach. He continues, our focus is on exposing the falsity of Doe's lawsuit, where the Does and their lawyers have taken a hit and run approach, making allegations against a beloved 85-year-old cultural icon and subsequently refusing to reveal their identities or unequivocally sit for a deposition where the truth can actually be determined. Previously, Frost told the police reports were only filed after the women filed a $50 million civil lawsuit, and he suggested it was a strategic move, not a legitimate claim. He said Robinson welcomed the investigation, which is ongoing. We've reached out to John Harris and Herbert Hayden, the attorneys representing the alleged first 4 victims. So far, no word back. So this is ongoing, y'all. This isn't going away. This isn't going away. Listen, I don't know what Smokey Robinson was doing or not doing down to the place. Damn. Top boy actor Michael Ward facing RAPE sexual assault charges. What the hell? I'm just seeing this now as I'm looking. A British actor famous for his work in the Netflix series Top Boy is facing some serious allegations across the pond. He's been hit with multiple charges of RNSA. London's Met Police say Ward is charged with 2 counts of R and 3 counts of SA in relation to an alleged January 2023 incident with a woman. The Met says Ward is due to appear in the magistrate's court in London on August the 28th. Detective Superintendent Scott Ware is leading the Met's investigation into Ward, and he tells TMZ, our specialist officers continue to support the woman who has come forward. We know investigations of this nature can have significant impact on those who make reports. Michael famously played Jamie in the Netflix drama Top Boy, and he's got a new movie out with Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone, and Pedro Pascal called Eddington. Damn. Damn. That's all I got about that. Oh, wow. Okay. Public service announcement. We're about to get into. I do have a shit we did not ask for, courtesy of Tracy. We're gonna get to that in a second. But let me say this. Public service announcement. You know, I know that we are focused on these Epstein files and everything going on with the Epstein files as far as Donald Trump is concerned and Epstein. But what I don't want us to do, I do not want us to get lost in the minutia of it. Okay. I know a lot of people are now looking at what's her name, Ghislaine Maxwell, like, oh my goodness, how can she be in jail if there's no Epstein file? Then they need to let her out of jail, and you can't have it both ways. Da, da, da. And I said it too. Okay, because I agree. I still feel that way. If you're gonna say there's no Epstein files, then y'all need to let that woman out of jail. But here's what I don't want us to do. I don't want us to forget certain things, because earlier this week, she met with the Department of Justice, okay? And, now Donald Trump is talking about, he has the authority to pardon her. Listen, that's what we expect. We expect that out the playbook. We expect you to pardon that woman, because we know that you want that woman on your side more than you want that woman on the outside, okay? Now, but let's be clear about something. I don't want us to be fooled into forgetting she's guilty too. She worked as a recruiter. She recruited these girls for this man. But I also don't want us, yes, they met earlier this week. I also don't want us to forget she was just as much in connection with Donald Trump as Epstein was. There are a whole lot of pictures floating around of the two of them, just like there are a whole bunch of pictures floating around with Donald Trump and Epstein. I don't want us to sit here and act like that she was isolated from Donald Trump and she didn't have any connection. They were friends too. That's my public service announcement. Moving right along. In the category of shit we did not ask for, and this is coming courtesy of Tracy. Tracy sent me this one. Lord, now I gotta go back to it. Okay. It's happening. This is coming from Tracy. Jamie Lee Curtis confirms Murder, She Wrote reboot. And then there's an article on what we know about the reboot. So let me say this. So the question is, do we want it? If you're new here, we play a game, shit we did not ask for. If you're a member, you have your emojis. If you're a member, you have no emojis, okay? Do we want it? It's a 1 in the chat if it's a yes, a 2 in the chat if it's a no, a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no, okay? Now, let me say this. I am going to err on the side of caution, because I felt that way about the Matlock reboot. And then when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, ooh, no, I'm not feeling this. Because it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not what I envisioned for a Matlock reboot. But then I believe it was Xavier. Somebody told me, watch the first episode. It's really good. So I did. And I really liked the Matlock reboot. Now, let's be clear. It's really not a reboot. It's really not a reboot. If you watch Matlock, you know it's not a reboot. She basically just stole the name and uses that as part of her cover. But it's a really good show. Now, with that being said, y'all know how I feel about reboots. I just don't understand why we can't just create a new show and call it something different. Why do we have to reboot Murder, She Wrote? Why can't you take the idea of what Murder, She Wrote was and just repurpose or whatever? I don't know. Right. The new Matlock, it really is a whole new show. It's really not a reboot. It's really not a reboot. Ooh, a Rockford Files. I never watched the Rockford Files. I know what the show is, but I never watched it. So I don't know nothing about the Rockford Files. She was nominated for an Emmy for Matlock. She was nominated for an Emmy. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure if I'm here for it. I do like Jamie Lee Curtis, though. I do like Jamie Lee Curtis, but I just don't know. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Now, we will say rest in peace to legendary jazz musician Chuck Maglone. I hope I said his name right. Passed away at the age of 84. And y'all have heard, I'm not gonna play his music because I don't want nobody, but y'all know his music. Because the writers are tired as hell, child. They tired, all right. Now, Candace Owens. Candace Owens. I love Kathy Bates. Baby, I love me some Kathy Bates. Kathy Bates is the first actress nominated for a network show since Viola Davis. Oh, wow. They do. You know what, Cindy? They do. Hallmark does have a few series that are very close to Murder, She Wrote. Mangione. Okay. Thank you. I know his music. I can't say his name, but I know, and y'all know his music too. When I say y'all, I mean people in my generation. Y'all have heard his music too. So rest in peace to him. Now we will rest in peace to him because I don't know that much about him to say not. Okay. Candace Owens is being sued by the president of France. Can we just let that sink in for a second? I need us to pause and let that sink in for a second. Candace Owens is being sued by the president of a whole country for defamation. Now, among other things, Candace Owens has accused his wife of being a man. Among other things. According to the lawsuit, they asked her to stop because it's not true. Among other things, they said they sent her evidence to show that what she was saying was not true. Candace Owens has doubled down. Now, I'm going to let y'all hear what Candace Owens had to say.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. Figure it out real quick, however you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures again of you growing up, raising your children? That would be fine. For whatever reason to phone, by the way, like I said, we'll get to the bottom of it, right? That is what Discovery is for. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. You're probably hoping, this will go away and at least we'll say we sued her. We'll say we went after her. She'll probably file for this to get dismissed. I'd like to make it to Discovery. I think that we owe that to the world. Anyways, you guys, we are revolting against this. We're revolting against the perverts that run the world. Now, I want to be very clear here. I count you among them. I think you're sick. I think you're disgusting. And I am fully prepared to take on this battle on behalf of the entire world. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. On behalf of the entire world, I will see you in court. You were born a man and you will.
I hope they bankrupt you. I hope you're going to be like the Pillow Man. Y'all know the Pillow Man that was out here caping for Donald Trump and he is now bankrupt. He had a $1 billion company. The guy that makes those body pillows had a $1 billion company and is now bankrupt because he was sued for defamation out here following behind Trump. I hope they bankrupt her. Candace, that woman has children that she gave birth to. Oh, I'm sure she has no issue with paying for her lawyers and stuff like that. But and listen, the woman's got 4 million followers on 4 million followers on YouTube alone. She did an 8-part podcast about the woman being a man. I know, yeah, exactly. El Teddy, we talked about that the other day, right? She did a whole surviving series on this woman. And I haven't watched any of it because why would I watch Candace Owens? But I said I have the actual lawsuit and maybe we'll read, because the lawsuit will get more specific about what they're saying she said that wasn't true. But the lawsuit is long, child. We may have to just do a live read through that lawsuit because, girl, What the fuck? I don't like Candace, but that woman allegedly started seeing the French president when he was 15 and she was 39. Okay, then talk about that. But accusing her of being a man? I mean, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done a deep dive. I haven't done any of the research. So I don't know anything about it. But if that's your issue, then let that be your issue. If your issue is, I believe this woman to be a predator, well, then let that be your issue. You know, but if she's a man, I mean, but if you out here saying that this is a whole transgender woman, I mean, that is just, and then to say I find you to be a disgusting, sick person, yeah. I don't know. I might have to, the lawsuit is 200 pages long. Y'all know we're not going to read no 200-page lawsuit, but I might have to go through it and just highlight some stuff and go through it because it's a mess. It's a whole mess. Here's a tweet from Candace Owens. I don't know if this was today or yesterday. Candace Owens says, and I'm getting this from Tabitha Speaks Politics, so if y'all not following Tabitha Speaks, y'all go follow her on all social media platforms. It says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you have to file a lawsuit in a foreign country to prove to the world that you're a woman, it is because you most certainly are not one. First of all, Candace Owens, they filed it in the United States. The lawsuit was filed here in the United States. So what are you talking about? And what does where you file a lawsuit have to do with whether the lawsuit is true or not? Like, girl, Candace, Alex Jones's lawyer. Alex Jones. If y'all don't know who Alex Jones is, again, just know he's on the Trump side of things. Alex Jones' lawyer said Candace Owens has a 0 chance of winning the defamation lawsuit. The lawyer went on to say Owens told some of the dumbest, obvious lies one can tell. Again, I hope they bankrupt her. I hope she loses, and I hope they bankrupt her. And if I have time on Sunday or next week, then we're going to talk about it. I'm going to read through the lawsuit. But I need to, again, we're not reading 200 pages. Like I said, the political Tasha K. Is she slow? She's just ignorant. And she's a shock jock. And she's desperate. She's honestly desperate at this point. But, you know, some people don't know how to just say, you know what, I was wrong. Girl. And they said that they reached out to her and asked her to stop saying it. Like they said, listen, they asked her to stop saying it. They sent her proof that this was a woman. Look at Cruiser. Cruiser talking about some read it. Y'all don't know that Cruiser likes hearing me read these lawsuits. Cruiser likes hearing me read these lawsuits, child. Lord have mercy. Okay. I watched something with Alex Jones in tears saying he's not MAGA anymore. Well, you know, this is how I feel about it. You were MAGA for a very long time. You're not deprogrammed yet. You're just mad at Trump. And those are two different things. You still feel the way you feel. There's no way that you could be an Alex Jones. Remember, Alex Jones is the man who just went bankrupt because he said that Sandy Brook was a hoax. He's the one that's, remember, in the parents of the kids who were victims of the Sandy Hook incident sued him and he lost. And he got, I mean, the judge reduced the reward, but it was still enough to bankrupt him. I think at first he got like $1 billion. They got like $1 billion. So let's be clear. He still feel the way he feels. He's just mad at Donald Trump right now. Just like all these people burning their MAGA hats and release the Epstein files and all that. Child, they just mad. You don't deprogram that fast unless you didn't really mean it to begin with, which is still bad. I don't know what's worse. Somebody who really truly believes the shit that Donald Trump is saying, or somebody that doesn't really believe it, but they're going along with it. I don't know which one is worse. So I get it. I know what you're talking about, baby. Yeah, he mad. He mean it. He just mad. Him and Trump had a little spat. He mad at his boyfriend. That's all. I just watched a video about an ex-MAGA support group. Not they out here having AA meetings and shit. Moving right along. Okay. We're going to switch gears. Let's switch gears all the way. We're going to switch gears. This has been a heavy live. We've been talking about some heavy stuff. Let's end on some bullshit, okay? We're going to end on some bullshit. Hold on. Let me write this timestamp down because I'm going to clip this and I'm going to upload it on my other channel because we're about to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami, okay? We're about to talk about the Real Housewives of Miami. So if you don't watch the Real Housewives of Miami, stick around because I'm going to tell you what's going on, child. I'm going to tell you what's going on, okay? So listen. The Real Housewives of Miami, there's a whole storyline over there that involves Julia, who was married to Martina Navratilova. They're a lesbian couple, okay? And then you have Gertie, who is a Black Haitian woman, who is like a party planner. You know, she's like the event planner, for the stars down to the Florida. And the two of them have had an issue this season, right? Julia has decided to use Gertie for a storyline. Now, whether and the microaggressions are real. We're not going to pretend like the microaggressions are not there. The microaggressions are real. But we don't know whether she's truly she truly believes that Gertie did her dirty in her warped brain, or if it's just a play for a storyline or whatever, right? So the first thing she did was she accused Gertie of not being there for her when she adopted when she adopted the two Black boys. Her and Martina adopted two Black boys. And she was like, I had a Zoom call to tell all the ladies about it, and you didn't get on the Zoom call. Well, then we found out later on that Julia was late getting on the Zoom call, and Gertie had to drop off because she has other shit to do. And when she tried to get back on the Zoom call, the link didn't work. She texted, Julia and said, hey, send me the link. I'm trying to get back on. Can you send me the link? I can't get on the Zoom call. And then Julia turned on her white woman tears and said, how could she do that to me? She's not my friend. She wasn't there when I was making my big announcement. She dropped off the call, yada, yada, yada. So then Gertie had to drop the receipts down to the internet and say, no, ma'am. See, this right here is where I tried to text you. And this right here is where I did this. And this right here. Like, girl, what you're not going to do is sit here and tell no lies on me. You're not going to tell them lies on me, girl. That's what you're not going to do. So then last week's episode, now this other situation, they went on this cruise together, right? Y'all know how they do these like Bravo cruises and celebrity cruises where they get Bravo stars to go on these cruises and you pay money just to be on the same ship as a Bravo celebrity. Whether you actually get to talk to them or see them or spend time with them is another conversation. So Gertie and her husband had gone on one of these cruises. They got back from the cruise, and literally as soon as they got back from the cruise, Julia texted Gertie and was like, hey, Martina can't go. She's not feeling well because y'all know Martina Navratilova is recovering from cancer. Oh, wait a minute. By the way, so is Gertie. Gertie is a breast cancer survivor. She literally just came out of of the chemo and everything. She just celebrated being 1 year cancer free. So can we hello. All right. For the people that don't watch the show, Gertie is also, so when all of this was going on, Gertie was also still going through her journey with cancer as well. Right. She told Julia, look it up. Since she wasn't on the Zoom call, you go look up what my announcement was. So Julia made it seem like Gertie came on this cruise. First of all, she made it seem like Gertie asked to come on this cruise. Second of all, once Gertie was on the cruise, she made it seem like Gertie was trying to make everything about her. Gertie was trying to, was basically being a diva. Gertie was acting up. Gertie was this, Gertie was that. Well, Gertie dropped the receipts on last week's episode, or this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Miami. Baby, she posted them receipts at her celebration of life party. She posted the receipts right behind her, showing that Julia was a whole liar. Okay, Julia was a whole lie. Okay, now a lot of people, myself included, if I'm being fair, my first reaction, and y'all can go look at my review to hear what I had to say, but my first reaction was, okay, Gertie, I feel like you had a right to defend yourself, but you were having a whole celebration of life. Why did you mess it up by dealing with this bullshit? Like, you could have done that later. But then they showed us why Gertie did it in that moment, and that it was impromptu. It was not planned, but Julia was still talking shit, okay? So she was shutting the hoe up. Now, what Gertie said on Watch What Happens Live was, hey, I do parties for, like, that's my business. I am a party planner. So I literally had a 2-part party. I had the first part of the party where my kids were there. My husband was there. We had the whole celebration. She said at a certain point, the kids went home. Other people were dismissed from the party. I had a second half. And that is where I revealed the text messages. Like, I'm not stupid, right? I knew when to do it, okay? I knew when to do it. Thank you, Xavier. Well, guess what we found out yesterday? Jen Fessler from the Real Housewives of New Jersey was on both cruises. She was on the first cruise with Gertie and her husband, and she was on the second cruise with Julia and Gertie. And I'm going to let y'all hear what had happened, according to what Jen Fessler said. Now, this is coming from, oh, shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Child, I can't be playing nobody else's music, okay? Now, this is coming from a TikToker. I want to give credit to the TikToker. Her name is Kazhal Dashit on TikTok, HALDASHTI on TikTok. She does Bravo content and stuff like that. So I want to give her credit. But I'm going to let you guys hear what she had to say. Okay. So this is Jen Fessler telling us what happened on the cruise.
There's a lot more to that Real Houses of Miami cruise fight than we heard about on TV. And Jen Fessler, who was on that cruise with Julia and Gertie, just spilled it all on 2 T's in a pod. I'm Kajal Dashi. If you love all things Bravo like I do, hit the follow button for more stories. As we know, and according to Jen Fessler, Gertie literally turned around and got back on that cruise ship because Julia said she needed her.
Call from Gertie, I'm coming back. Julia called me. Martina can't go. I'm thrilled because her and I were whooping it up the first time. So she got back, and it's called the Celebrity Ascent. So as soon as she got back, there was like the launch party or whatever it is for it, and I immediately got a text from her. I hadn't even seen her yet the second time around. Where are you? I think she maybe had a bad feeling about it. I don't know why, but trying to find me. I was trying to find her, but I could just tell something was off. And we hung out that night and the whole next day, which I was thrilled about, but she did not even hear a thing.
Only for Julia to ghost her.
So Julia begged her to come on this ship. And when she was on the ship, Julia didn't spend any time with her. She couldn't find Julia. She ended up spending all her time with Jen Fessler and her husband because she couldn't find the person that invited her on the ship. Okay, it's more.
All day and not even check in. Gertie was already devastated by this, but then came the captain's dinner. That's when, according to Jen Fessler, things hit a breaking point. Gertie assumed she'd be invited to dinner with Julia and Captain Sandy, but unfortunately, Jen said this happened.
Gertie, I guess, said what's going on for dinner. Right now, I don't remember how it went down exactly. Well, you would think that Gertie would be invited to this dinner. Right, it's not a place of Martina. What time is dinner? Yeah, thank you. And I guess that Julia said, there's no room for you at the table. I'm quoting. I'm not, this was a ways back. But you were there, I was there. I was there, and Gertie was so upset. Not because she was like, oh, I want to go to the cat, but more like, did I sign up for this? Well, it's like, why do you want me here? Correct. Right. And so And the other part of it was like, what do you mean? So I guess she had met Captain Sandy like the day before. And she's like, why wouldn't she want me there? We're all like part of the Bravo family. And you can't pull up a chair?
I mean, who wouldn't feel how Gertie felt? Imagine flying back onto a cruise that your friend said she needed you on, only for that friend to ice you out the entire time. Jen says Gertie was crushed. She spent the day trying to find Julia, then ended up in the hot tub with Jen and her husband, Jeff.
When you were in the hot tub, did you sense any kind of tension or anything? I knew that there was tension. I didn't have to sense it. Gertie was devastated. So the entire day, I think she was just shocked. I think she was shocked. She was certainly shocked about the dinner, but just as shocked that she didn't hear from Julia all day, that she had packed her stuff up, turned around because Julia needed her, and Julia disappeared.
Meanwhile, Julia showed up for a minute and then dipped. And frankly, this totally reframes Gertie's text message moment at her celebration of life party. Get ignored and iced out on a cruise ship, then are humiliated by having that friend throw a drink on you? I'd have receipts too. Now that we know that Gertie didn't just bring drama,
So with all of that being said, girl, Julia, you were really on one. It really makes me wonder, why did you ask Gertie to come on this ship? Like, did you think that you needed her? Did you think that you needed a familiar face, but then once you got on the ship, you met some other people, you mingled with some other people, and then you didn't want her around anymore? Like, were you using Gertie as a life preserver, but then realized you didn't really need it and you threw it to the side? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you invited her because you thought you were going to need a friend. But then when you got there, you met some other people that you thought were going to, were better people to hang out with. And it sounds like maybe you were deflecting a little bit because you were blaming Gertie and accusing her of being a social climber and trying to get clout off of the cruise. But now it seems like maybe you were the one that was trying to get clout off of the cruise. All right, moving right along. So for those of you that watch the Real Housewives of Miami, there it is. They do anything for clout, child. So yeah, you guys, I'm about to get up off of here now. I think, what time is it? 3:30. Ooh, I got to get ready to get in the, I got probably about an hour before I got to get in the shower and get ready to get out of here. Because she said 5 o'clock. She said 5 o'clock. I'm probably not going to get there at 5 o'clock, but I don't want to be there too late either. Because if this is a BY, bring your own chair, bring your own bottle situation, child, I don't want to get a good spot to put my chair down. So I'll probably get ready. And then she told me, don't worry about no cupcake. I mean, don't worry about chicken, but bring some cupcakes. So I got to stop at the grocery store and get some cupcakes. Grocery store right across the street too, child. I ain't worried about it. It was Julia. Gertie is known in the streets. She's a huge deal in the event party planning industry. Folks ain't thinking of Julia outside of Martha. Child, don't nobody even know who she is. Hey, powerful boo. Yeah, because we gotta get up off of here, baby. We about to get up off of here. The church announcements are in the beginning, so you can fast forward about 16 minutes in, powerful, if you don't want to sit through the church announcements, girl. You don't want to sit through the church announcements. But we gotta get up off of here. So I may be able to do an upload on the other channel. I have Big Brother, which is not gonna be a long thing. I may do a quick Big Brother. I may do a quick Big Brother. I don't know. It depends on my time. We still have Next Gen NYC to get to this weekend. Again, remember, Beyond the Gates is tomorrow. And of course, the final part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta is Sunday night. During the day, Sunday, I may, because I ain't going to do Love and Marriage Huntsville right now. At this point, I might just wait till Saturday and do 2 episodes. But I'm going to be honest, y'all. I watched that first episode and I was over it. I was so like, what? The only reason why I might still watch is because I do want to see Kimmy yoke up Miss Nail. But other than that, I don't think I care about none of it. But we'll have to see. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Oh, Divorced Sisters. I got to get caught up on that. That'll be my priority to get caught up on this weekend. I'm hosting Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates is going to be 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be noon tomorrow. Thank y'all. Good questions. It'll be Beyond the Gates will be noon tomorrow. Divorced Sisters, I'm going to get caught up on. I've watched episode 5. I need to watch episode 6 and 7, and then we can do. Maybe that's what we'll do on Sunday, y'all. Maybe we'll do a live on Sunday to get caught up. So Child, I got finished watching Beyond the Gates. I still got 3 more episodes of Beyond the Gates to watch, so I'll be ready for that tomorrow. But maybe that's what I'll do for Sunday. Maybe early Sunday we'll do Divorced Sisters and we'll do a live so we can just get caught up. Maybe that's what we'll do. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Talk to y'all later. Peace.